Okay, my name is Clyde Terry. I'm the founder of Emerging Leaders, and I'm also the owner of a company called My Purpose, My Life. So today we're going to talk about transformation. What's amazing is everybody wants this extraordinary life, but none of us want to do the work. So let's look at this. I want to have my life transformed, that I want to make millions of dollars. I want to have this amazing relationship, or I want to be more productive in my life. I want to do whatever it is you want to do. Fill in the blank. I want, but yet you don't have it. So many times we're looking for things, and we're looking for them in the wrong place. So I look usually where I know something, or I look where I don't know something. And now here's the thing, if the answer was there, I would learn what it is I don't know, and then I would know it. And then I would get the thing that I want. But I don't. Because the answer isn't there. It's not in what I know and what I don't know. The answer is really in the unknown. It's in our blind spot. And so the biggest thing really sometimes in dealing with transformation is one, forgiveness. So the steps of transformation is one, forgiveness. And that's the biggest and the most difficult part for people, because we think that we can suppress our past, let it stay back there, and that it won't affect me. But if in the past who I was unworthy, undeserving, not good enough, then that thing, or I'm stupid, then how could stupid be rich? How could stupid have a great relationship? How could unworthy be worthy enough to have millions? How could unworthy or not good enough be successful? So if that's in the background and we haven't made peace with that, then it's always going to emerge. It's always going to come forward. It's always going to be the thing that's going to sabotage us, because that's what our core belief is, even though we can't see it. Now we'll say, no, I feel good about myself. No, I'm very confident. But really, deep down inside, it's that unseen thing. It's that thing in our blind spot that keeps us locked in where we're locked in. Now we all know, we all have all the qualities. We have every quality that every person who's successful has. Now the question is, why have I concealed it? Why have I covered it? Why have I masked it so that I can't be the greatest that I can be? And a lot of times they're from things that happen in our past, whether it's abuse, whether it's abandonment, whether it's things that we did and people judged us for it, or we assume that they judged us for it. They didn't really judge us, but we assume they judged us for it. And then we're stuck in that old past. We're stuck in that reality. And that's the thing that holds us back. That's the thing that keeps us stuck. So the first thing we work on when working with clients is, first, let's do forgiveness. Let's, one, forgive ourselves for everything. Then, and what happens in the forgiveness process, which is really amazing, is that the mind begins to tell the body, I can now release. And the body begins to release all these things that I've been holding on to, all these things that I've suppressed, and it begins to release, which now creates a new space for me to create the future that I want. And then once we deal with the things that we've forgiven ourselves for, and we've asked for forgiveness for others, and even the person that violated us or did something to us, we write a letter from them to ourselves asking for forgiveness. Because we're opening up the gateway, we're opening up the pathway for us to now transform our lives and to create and manifest the things that we want. So here we go with one of the first steps to forgiveness. The first part of the forgiveness process is 70 times 7. So you're going to write 70 times a day for 7 days just for you. And what you're going to write is, I, your name, forgive myself completely. Don't itemize the things you forgive yourself for. You're going to say, I, your name, forgive myself completely, which means everything. And what you'll start to see is this, is that over time, and you're going to write it in cursive. And the reason why you write it in cursive, it's called an ideomotor activity. So you're getting it in kinesthetically, that's physically, you're getting it in through your visuals, and you're getting it through auditory because you're saying it to yourself. Now when you write in cursive, it's one complete thought. Every time you print, you have to stop and think. So this is getting it deep into the unconscious. Now what will begin to happen is your unconscious will start to talk to the body and tell the body that it's okay to release. Because the things that we think we know that we no longer have a problem with or that we suppressed, it doesn't just disappear, it doesn't evaporate. It goes down into the body, which causes sickness and causes a whole lot of other things. So what the body is now, what the mind is telling the body now is it can release. It's safe to release. And so the body's going to start to release things, and you may start to have the experience of feeling like, wow, I didn't even remember that happened. Well, wow, what is that? What was that? It's because the body is now starting to release, and the mind is purging those things. So it's like when you're sick. When you're sick, when you feel best when you throw up or when you go to the bathroom, and basically we're allowing ourselves to purge. We're allowing ourselves to let a whole lot of things go. So there's a saying, the more W-E-I-G-H-T I carry, the longer I have to W-A-I-T. So the more weight I carry, the longer I have to wait. And so we're releasing weight. So then now our manifestation and the things that we want, they now have a space to show up. So the first week is going to be you. The second week is going to be someone else. So say this week, I forgive John completely. And you're going to do that 70 times a day for 7 days. And you're going to do 7 people. And what you'll start to find is the forgiveness becomes an easy thing. And you'll realize that you have a whole lot of space and you're not carrying a whole lot of anger or resentment. You're just at peace. And ultimately what we want to do is get back to peace and freedom. Okay, so we did the forgiveness process and all that worked out beautifully. So I feel a lot lighter. I feel relief. I feel like I can now be in this space with people maybe I couldn't be in this space with before. But let's say there's a little residual. What do we do? Right? Now we're like, you know what? I can forgive everybody else, but I can't forgive this person. I can't forgive this person. So what we're going to do now is we're going to write a letter from that person. You're going to write the letter from that person to yourself, saying, Dear, your name. I'm writing this letter to you, apologize for blah, blah, blah. And you're going to write it out the way you want to write it out. And with every attempt, make sure you write the letter without making them wrong. And you're going to write the apology you want to hear the way you want to hear it. You're going to write the letter, and then once you write the letter and you can be okay with the letter, burn it and release it. Release them, release and burn the letter to release yourself.